So everybody, it is Erin, and I wanted to kind of give you a little tour of our planters that we use from our leftover fence boards that we tore down a long time ago. We replaced this whole side of the fence. I have a radish in my hand, but we replaced this whole side of the fence that we then asked them to keep all the fence boards here, including the big posts, and we created some of these beds. So let me take you through one, and we rotate which bed is going to be our new mulch bed to make our new dirt. But basically what my husband did, and I didn't make this, my husband did, is he took the big posts, as you see right here, and as you can tell, he kind of drilled in a section that we then he slid all the actual fence boards and made it into kind of a big triangle shape. For some of them, we put a lip around the edge, and we fitted them so that they would fit between the posts of the fence boards. So you can see there's a post here and a post there, so we made sure that the bed would fit within that space. I've just planted a few things into this one here, and this one is one that we put some chicken wire and we used some other fence boards to go up the side of the fence that exists now to create kind of a trellising, and it's kind of pulled apart and you can see some of the old vines from last year, but we have cucumber and we have squash that are going to be growing up in here, and it's just early in the season so they haven't gotten very big yet. But we did put some edges of boards on here, which are kind of nice because you can kind of rest your tools on the side there. This is a smaller one that we did. It's kind of more of a square planter. We even have our little owl over here, so that way birds, hopefully rabbits, things won't come and get into our beds. We also constructed one that has a cover. We do have a rabbit problem in our area. So it's kind of nice to have the cover and have the edge, that little lip there, because you can rest your tools on the side. We did figure out that even though we put a cover on top of it, the rabbits could kind of still sneak under, so we had to put some bricks to kind of weigh it down so they couldn't push through. So in here, I've put things like my lettuces and some things that they just didn't want that they would go after. We have some volunteer cilantro growing in here this year, and it's getting quite a big, so I may end up having to open this up. So otherwise that's going to get stunted. We even have some volunteer growing in the grass, probably from previous years where it seeded out and I didn't realize it. There's even a little parsley growing down there, so I'm just letting them go. We've even used it for our training tomatoes. We took some extra fence boards and made an A-frame and then tied them down so that way they could train the tomatoes going up. This is early in the year for the tomatoes. Planted some basil in there too because they grow really well together. And then there's onions surrounding all of our beds. I've pretty much put onions in every single one of our beds that we have going all the way down because rabbits don't like onions and they also don't like garlic, so it becomes kind of a natural deterrent. And I found the more that I plant them and just kind of spread them around, the better they get. So fun way of repurposing some old fence boards is by turning them into planters in your backyard. A little bit of legwork, but it actually ends up working. These planters have been going for, this is now their 4th season, and they've been going strong. We've had to tear down one because some of those fence boards got a little bit rotted out, and that can happen because wood and dirt and rain and all that kind of stuff can end up doing that. So we ended up getting some of the bigger timbers, and we'll have to replace that over time, but the rest of them are going strong and doing great, and it's just a way to kind of repurpose and reuse. We would make another fence board one, but we are out of fence boards because we used a ton of them up. So just a little heads up of things that you can do and some easy planters that you can make. It takes a little bit of time, but overall they work wonderfully. You want to make sure that you don't get them too deep, so that way you can get into the back side and you can plant back here. And we did leave gaps between the planters as well, so I can access from both sides. And then we have a watering system running along the back side of the fence. I don't know if you can see that black tubing there, but it's a watering system that we can turn on, and so there's a spray system that goes through here. That's kind of how we run our stuff. For our tomatoes, we have a drip system, so it's just kind of a easy way. We have it hooked up with our hose, and I just go in, turn the hose on, set my timer for like 15 minutes, let it run, turn it off. I have forgotten to turn it off a couple of times, just in case we don't get a whole lot of rain around here. So thanks for enjoying my planters and my onions and my potatoes down there, and I hope you come back and see you again soon. Bye-bye. Thanks. Please subscribe. Bye-bye.